Today we are talking about the pandemic that no one really wants to talk about. And that is the pandemic that we call Imposter Syndrome. Yes, you heard it here right. We're going to talk about Imposter Syndrome. What is it? Why do we sometimes experience it? And why is it a fucking problem? I'll tell you why. Over the past few years, I have procrastinated. I have dabbled. I've started every type of coaching-based business or niche that you can possibly imagine. And the fundamental reason why I have gone a step forward, a step back, a step forward, a step back, is because of this thing that today we're talking about, which is called Imposter Syndrome. Imposter Syndrome kills creativity. Imposter Syndrome completely destroys self-confidence. Brené Brown says comparison, which is really what leads to Imposter Syndrome. Comparison is the thief of happiness. Imposter syndrome, comparing to other people, is a problem. It's a problem that's getting worse because of social media. It is so easy to glance at your phone, see what someone else is doing. They seem to have a better life than me. God, they're on holiday as well. God, yeah, they've got the abs that I want, and so on. Oh, they've written a book. I've been thinking about writing a book for years, and so on and so on and so on. It's a problem. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 common sense, but not necessarily common practice ways that you can deal with imposter syndrome if you are a person who finds yourself wondering, comparing, looking at other people thinking, why is their life better than mine? There's effectively 3 things. They're common sense, but they're not common practice. Here's a key thing that I've learned about common sense and common practice. It is common sense to eat more broccoli than it is to eat donuts if you want to get a good body. But unfortunately, it's not common practice. You see, most people, pretty much everyone knows what to do. Everyone knows what to do to get in shape. But not everyone is in shape. Why? Because common sense is not common practice. So I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can deal with imposter syndrome. The first one is arguably, from my experience, the fastest way to elevate your self-esteem. It is the fastest way to elevate your self-worth. It is the simplest way that I've ever experienced to boost self-confidence. I've yet to come across anything that boosts self-confidence faster, easier, and without drugs or alcohol. Faster than this thing. And it's what I call pride logging. What does pride logging mean? Well, there's a concept that I heard of several years ago by a guy called Dan Sullivan. Sorry, forgive me, wrong. No, it is Dan Sullivan, yeah. Dan Sullivan said that there is this thing in life called the gap and the gain. The gap is politely worded by many people, either out loud or in their subconscious, as, I'll be happy when, fill in the blank. I'll be happy when I've got that dream job. I'll be happy when I've got 10 coaching clients. I hear that one a lot. The gain is everything you've already gained. It's, as Tony Robbins says, it's trading in expectation and replacing it with appreciation. The gap versus the gain. So the way to get out of the gap and get into the gain is what I call pride logging, which is effectively the art of writing down everything that you're proud about that you have accomplished. And I'm not talking about the nice house or the car or the 6-figure salary or the great business. I'm actually talking about all the ways that you've developed as a person in your lifetime. No way faster to build up your self-esteem than to spend time pondering, reflecting, thinking about how you have grown as a person over your lifetime. Second, I kind of made this one up yesterday. In terms of the way that it's worded, but I didn't come up with the concept. The concept is very straightforward. When horses race, they put blinkers on. And the reason why they put blinkers on is so that they don't get distracted by other horses in the other lanes. So the second way for you to stop comparing yourself to other people and to destroy imposter syndrome is what I've politely called the horse blinker method. Copyright that shit. What do I mean by the horse blinker method? Well, although it is probably risky for you to walk around with blinkers on, it would be funny though if you did it. If you got like a horse helmet with blinkers on, put that on and walked around, walked into your local supermarket. It'd be funny. But joking aside, horse blinker method ultimately means, well, if horses are staying focused in their lane by wearing blinkers, then metaphorically speaking, we need to wear blinkers. That means less social media. Instead, focus on creating your own shit. That means focused on when you apparently are saying you're going to be present with the people that you love, get off your fucking phone. Right? If you're going to be there, be there. Don't be there and be somewhere else. Sorry, what was that, sweetheart? I was just liking that great Instagram video that I just did earlier. I thought I'd better like it because no one else has yet. Horse blinker method. Third, learnt this from watching the Michael Jordan documentary. Michael Jordan was asked in an interview, hey, Michael, what is something that most people won't know about you that is like the secret sauce that made you the best? Until LeBron James came along. Don't get me started. I'm a big LeBron fan. What's something that the interview said, what's the difference that made the difference for you? What made you great that most people will not know about? And he said, in his kind of cool Michael way, he kind of sat back and was like, you know, the thing that makes me so great, you know, the thing that makes me Michael Jordan, is everybody else is looking at me. They're comparing themselves to me. They're trying to be me. They're trying to get more points than Michael Jordan. Whereas I'm trying to beat Michael Jordan. You see, Michael Jordan said in this interview that when everybody else is looking at him, he's just looking at his statistics from his last game. He said in the interview that when he played, I think that season that he was interviewed on this, he was asked, you know, about this whole comparison thing. He said, I'm only interested in, did I get more points, rebounds, assists against the Detroit Pistons than I did last year? He said, because that is the only thing that really matters to me, is did I beat my best? So the best way for you to destroy imposter syndrome is to only compete with yourself. It's to write down all the things you're proud of. It's to stay in your lane, get your horse blinkers on. And it's to look at yourself versus this time last year and go, am I better than I was last year? Are you fitter than you were last year? Are you more present with your partner than you were last year? Is your sex better than it was last year? Is your business better than it was last year? Is your bank account better than it was last year? And if the answer is yes in each of the categories, then what else is there?